The final review is going to be on our 5th and final Aerialbot Fireflight. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to do our final Aerialbot. It is the Fireflight. Number 4 or 5, robot to plane in 17 steps. You got the plastic covering it. And there is Fireflight. All right, Aerialbot Fireflight. There's cool Superion. Collect to combine, 4 or 5. There is Fireflight. He's an F4 Phantom. There's the UPC. There's the other side. And there he is. All right, let's get this guy open. He had just come in from Amazon. And he literally still not open. All right, so first we're going to look at the instruction booklet. And it should just be on Fireflight. See, number 1, take him out of the box. Very important. Just fix the feet. That's not a big deal. 2 guns. And that's it. And he becomes the left arm of Superion. Very small instructions. And here is Fireflight. Let's take a look at his weapons. I normally do this all off screen, but I was making a short. And I figured, let me do 2 birds with 1 stone. These things are... Sometimes these are very hard to rip out. But yeah, I ordered Skydive and Fireflight the same day from Amazon, and Skydive came about 2 weeks ago. And this guy finally came. So, 2 guns. I hear they're just reprints. Again, like in the Aerialbots, when they ran out of money for Breakdown, they just redid Wild Rider now. And this guy, him and Air Raid are very similar. And I know him and Slingshot are very similar, and Air Raid and Skydive are very similar. Because these are both arms, and the other guy is both legs. So let's see. Oh, well, they strap in the arms too. Wow, they sure don't want you to steal these in the store, but they still get stolen in the store. So think of that. And his waist, dang. Ooh. All right. All this crap. And there is Fireflight. So pull the wings back, take the fins, push those back, push the feet forward, separate the feet, and we have Fireflight. Very nice, G1-ish. I'll do a picture of his G1 form. We'll try to see if we can put it right here. So pretty cool. Not completely accurate because these wings are usually up here. And like Slingshot used to have that black line here that used to, looks like you pull it up, but he doesn't have it. But, I do like the wings on the back, but I understood what they had to do. I mean, you couldn't put, these wings on a joint that fold up, and you could have had the wings on the back, but still not bad. And at least this guy and Slingshot, I think there's a lot more into transforming them, and I think they have the better jet modes. So we'll take a look at them real quick. You got that G1 face, you got the gray face, the blue eyes, and the white on the back of the head. Let's see, you get the blue. All this stuff is pretty comic accurate. I don't like, though, the black hips. It's funny because the other ones, I could have sworn they did white hips. Well, we'll see when we bring out the actual Aerialbots. So not bad at all. And he can put his weapons on his arm right there, in his hands right there, or in jet mode. So that is basically Fireflight. Let's see, we'll do articulation. The head, nice and stiff for the head. The head moves up and down. These arms move 360. They go out that far. They bend 90 degrees at the elbow, and they do a 360 degrees rotation. Now, it's they could have made this more solid. It'll still put a port there, but not bad. He's got the waist rotation. Of course, this is going to be the arm anyway. Let's see, foot. Nice and stiff joints. I like this guy. Front, back. Wow, he is solid. Thigh rotation, 90 at the waist. And then you've got the ankle tiltage. So, and the same here. Pretty cool. And yeah, that is Fireflight. So now let's compare him with his other Aerialbots and some more robot modes. And let's start this guy. And soon we'll have Superion. Okay, now first robot comparison. We're going to bring his arm buddy, Slingshot. So that is how those two guys are. And then we're going to bring some of the legs. That is Skydive. We're going to bring in Air Raid. And we're going to bring in the leader, Silverbolt. Now we're going to bring them all in robot mode. And they look nice. I wish I had my combine. Actually, I do have combine awards. All right, so we'll do a group shot. Then I'm gonna bring in my Fireflight Combine Awards, which is again, these were more alien looking, more futuristic jet looking, but you know, the only consistent was the color. Fireflight was red, so that was the Combine Awards. And we're gonna bring in Hot Rod, future leader of the Autobots. We're going to bring in Optimus Prime as our commander. Class, no blaster. One Autobot, so it gave his life so that 6 could be reborn. And we're going to show you Vortex. Now, Vortex is an arm. He's an arm. He's a slots compatible here. These are here, so everything's compatible. So that's neat how the new ones will, the future, the Bruticus, Defensor, I'm hoping they're all compatible, but the Aerialbots are not compatible with Menasor. And there's Prima Prime for Power of the Primes. All right, now let's transform this guy real quick. And so he's going to be very similar to Slingshot. So first we want to remove the guns. Okay, first we're going to flip the head around. Okay, we're going to rotate the arms, and then we're going to fold these up like that. So we're going to fold the arms, the bottom half of the arm around, and fold this up. Okay, then we're going to take this on this joint, and we're going to slide these in there. We're going to take this up and slide it in there. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then I'm going to take this, swing this around, and there is the top. Okay, so now for the bottom, take the wings and spread them out. Pull these down. We're going to combine these. Pull that up. And we're just going to separate the front part of the leg. And then we're going to rock it. Whoops, rock this up. And then we're going to close the legs. And then we're going to replace the guns on the wings. And there is Fireflight. Pretty cool. I mean, the only thing I kind of wish they would have done was kind of paint these arms red because they stick out. But it is nice how you don't have the, like on the legs, the arms just sit there. These arms actually do something. And you really can't tell that's a robot underneath it. So we got the gray right here. We got the gray in the silver cockpit, the black tail fin or tail nose. All in all, pretty cool. The reminiscent of the original, the yellow and blue stripes. You got the single tail fin in the back. I use an F4 Phantom jet. So from the back, doesn't look bad. See, this jet mode is almost perfect. You can't see nothing underneath it. It looks good from the back. It looks good from the front. Then you have the little wheel, which is, I don't know who thought of putting the wheel in the head. I would have liked them to put the wheel down here, but, and so there he is. Not bad. Now let's come bring in all the other guys in their alt modes. All right, now our first comparison is going to be his fellow arm mate, Slingshot. Now, same transformation, but his wings down near the bottom. His wings are on the top. Different nose cone sections. The middle part, you got the black. See, I like this black line reminiscent of the G1, but he's a little different. Different wings. The backs are different. So those two guys. Then we're going to bring in Air Raid. Now this is what I mean by these have the better jet mode. That is just, it just, wish they could have done a little better, but there's Air Raid. We're gonna bring in Skydive. Remember, Skydive is same old as Air Raid. We got leader class, or their leader, Silverbolt. Now he's a big boy, Silverbolt. Kind of wish he was more in robot size. He was more of the same height level as him. But all right, and this is Combined Wars. Remember when I said how they try to make them like futuristic jets? This doesn't look nothing like the original Fireflight. Yes, he's red. Yes, he's got the blue and the yellow on the wings. But that's about it. So there is Combined Wars. I do like how these had actual landing gears and the new ones don't. All right, we're gonna bring in Vortex. Vortex is an arm. So, you know, he cuts in half too. So we'll show you Vortex later. Just a couple more. Hot Rod, Studio Series. We're going to bring in Prime because he is technically part of the Age of the Prime line. And then we've got Optimus. Now, a jet and a truck, never going to scale. So, there you go. Now, let's bring in all the Aerialbots. We're going to back out. Let's see. We'll bring in Silverbolt. And there is our gang. Ooh, whoops. There's all our, we'll take it to the ceiling, all our jets. And I like them, even with all the flaws in jet mode. I mean, these do look like, I could just picture right now, Optimus and all them building these guys out. All right, and that is all the comparisons. Now let's do him into leg mode. Okay, now to get him to arm mode, not leg mode, my bad. All right, so basically we're gonna take the jet and we're gonna find these two circular tabs, oops. Two circular tabs here, two circular ports. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the two middle ones right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put him on. Now you gotta make sure this is this way in this position. Because once you put them on, let's see, you gotta snap those on, and you gotta snap, oops, I forgot the, there. You got everything snapping on real tight because it's gonna, that black one's gonna split it in half. And then, here you go. You pull this out, extend this, like that. And that side's done. And then the other side, you want to pull this down and extend this and snap that in. And then just pull the arm like that. Okay. And then you got one arm done. And you know what? We're just going to do it for all. It doesn't take that long. And we're going to take Slingshot and do the same. There you go. Just make sure. Oops, again, I forgot the wheel. Just make sure everything is tight on these guys. You pop the wings up. Now this is the configuration, but I like to flip it up that way, but we'll show you in a minute. And then, there we go. That one done. And, all right, so now, and you can always tell by the thumbs. So this guy goes here, this guy goes here. And the feet are pretty quick. So air raid, I think he goes on the end. So what I do is I remove this gun, okay? And then what you want to do is you fold this back, fold that back here. Now for leg mode, you actually do a separate mode like that. Like that. Pop the head down, fold these back, fold these around. All right, and then, actually, you know what? We'll show you how to do them all. And then I'm just gonna grab this leg. Doesn't really matter. There you go. And so, there's a reason. No, will these go on each leg or not? Yeah, you can do on each leg, but you want this heel on this. So, I only keep one leg here, and I put the other gun there. See? So that way, this arm is flat. Okay? Put that guy over there. And we're going to get Skydive. Pull that back. Pull this back. Push the head down. And he's going to be another leg. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this gun and put it right here. And then we're going to push this in and push that in. And as you push these in, it's supposed to activate these doors. All right, so and all we got left is Silverbolt. Yeah, this thing keeps popping off. I just took it off. I don't know what made someone decide, oh, let's just do all the landing gears inside their heads, which not a great idea, but oh well. All right, so let's fold these little wings in like that. You basically gotta push this up. Because this is going to be a connector joint right back there. You fold these in like this, turn the head around. We'll put this back. All right, so we're going to bring in the body, okay? So these two slots there, you got two tabs here, and then these squares are going to go on the chest. So he just plugs in here. And then this folds into that hole. There we go. And then this goes up. You lock this in place. Do the wings like that. And there is the body. All right, so we're going to form Voltron. No. We're going to form feet and legs. We're going to slide that in there. And we're going to slide that in there. Here's where I need to up my box. Yeah, this is not going to be good, but all right. And then the arms, what you want to do, slide this in here. Now we're going to slide this in here. Now, according to that, according to this is where he goes. So you got Fireflight, Slingshot. I think Skydive goes, no, Air Raid goes with that. Good enough. What's good is you could change the arms and the legs. You just can't do them. And so there we have our Superion for the first time. And he looks good. I mean, is he perfect? No. But is he better than Combiner Wars? Yes. Things I like is the whole chest piece. I mean, this is dead ringer. The legs, at first I didn't like the red and blue, but you know what? That is accurate, because here is the other, the cartoon. And, you know, like I said, originally, these are supposed to be flipped over. But you can just flip them this way. And again, those two guns on each side, what I do is I stick them here. So I'm not sure how tight they are, but mine are pretty good. And now we have our Superion. Oh, let me get a gun. All right, and we've got the gun. So take Silverbolt's gun, you put it here. Now you can do two things with this. You can either pull out the tab, okay, like that, but then you have this big thing sticking up. Why, I don't know they did that. There you go. So you could like that, but you can't really get your, oh yeah, you can almost get the full 90. But, or you can just, or you could put this in and use this tab for right here. And that gives you a little shorter gun, but this whole thing right here. So we're just gonna use the 5mm port for now. And we'll just stick in here. And we'll do articulation. So the head spins around, goes a little up, a little down, and you got these, they ratchet right here. So Silverbolt's leg stands there, but it does a 360. That's nice, a whole 90 degrees, and it bends at the waist of the robot. And then the wrist is on a mushroom joint, so you can do the wrist rotation. Kind of wish they had open hands, but they don't. You can just fold these down. Oh, you fold these up or down. I will fold them in. Let's see, waist rotation. Yes, you can't do it all the way because you got this big backpack, but he does have waist rotation. Let's do the other hand. Pretty good. Goes out 90 degrees. Now the legs, it's got these little hip skirts that pop up. So you got 90 degrees. Kind of wish they would have done the ratchets on the legs instead of the arms. 90 degrees back. We got the full split. You've got thigh rotation right here. Now you've got 90-degree bend on the knees. Only if you do this right, because if you transform them, if you keep these up, then it's going to interfere with that. So you got to make sure that you do these have an extra bend on them, like that. So not bad. I mean, if you want to pose them, I'm not really good at posing my characters, but let's do it like that. We'll have him like that. So there you go. I mean, very posable. Pretty cool. Now, let's bring out Combiner Wars. I don't have my G1. So I'm going to put this guy to the side. All right. Now here is Combiner Wars. Big difference. But here, the actual characters made the arms and the legs. I mean, so, you know, you have to use the figure's waist to turn. They have these weird hands that made the hands that make the feet also. Silverbolt is actually upside down. These are his arms. That's where his head should be. And all the futuristic planes. But this was a nice improvement over the G1. But I mean, it still wasn't perfect, as you could see. He had a lot of moving parts to make this guy. But you really made him out of the whole body. So, you know, there's not much you can, I mean, complain about. And that is the two. And then let's see, rotate these around. I mean, Silverbolt is always going to have a big jet part. But see, in the original cartoons, these are backwards. See, because now that you have the jets facing the front, they've always faced the back. And I know people have, yeah, if we want this to be real, try to get them to be comic accurate, a cartoon, we can just, and I like how the combiner points spun around. So, I mean, some people have done this. So we're just gonna, here we go. So that would be a comparison there. So that would be, saying he doesn't look too bad. You got Skydive, Air Raid, Fireflight. I mean, the arms really look long, and I mean, you have this whole piece right. I think there's a piece missing. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've done this guy. But yeah, so that's our two. That's Combiner Wars versus our new one, and we're gonna bring in the Menasor. Now, one thing on my Menasor, I don't have any of the car components. I mean, right now they're all boxed up. But if anybody has, whoops, my thing broke when I first got it. So if anybody, and I know there's a DNA kit, but if anybody has an extra piece of this or could 3D print one, let me know in the comments. All right, because I do want to get that fixed one day. And I already showed you the, you can't fit these guys on the arms. So, and that's, well, let's just look at these two real quick. So Menasor is like a tad taller. Menasor's got these big knees, but you know, and then of course the cars, the hood's stuck, they bent at 90 degrees, which was a little weird. But, and let me show you this, since this is gonna be my Superion review. We're gonna put this guy back to where it was, and we're gonna take Fireflight off. Now, this is the new Combaticon, and they are compatible. So we can put this like this. Everything fits just like the other one. Oh, and again, I always forget these stupid, how many times have I done that today? I hate these wheels in the back of the head. But you can put Vortex here, and then Vortex could fit. Well, now that he's split in half, that's all I need him. There we go. And Vortex is compatible. So I'm hoping, and then if it's too, I don't know how, maybe maybe they'll do something, but that's pretty cool, Vortex. So I like how they're cross compatible. So I'm hoping that when Bruticus comes out, I've never actually owned a Bruticus, so this will be my first Bruticus. And then, like I do on all my reviews, I transform them back to the robot mode. So what we're gonna do here is take the guns off, flip this up, flip that up, pull these out, swing this around the knee. All right, so he's halfway done. We can push this back. You got these two tabs and two tabs on the back. Arm goes down, swing it around. Arm goes down. Here you go. This guy has very stiff joints, which I like because, like I said, I had just taken him out of the package today. Separate the legs. And here is Fireflight. Now this is compared to Superion, like that. And then we'll bring out Optimus. Aerialbots. Show them what you got. I'll never forget, that was my favorite episode. I remember I had I had taped the Kid Vector Sigma parts 1 and 2 on VCR, and then I accidentally erased the ending. So when Silverbolt's flying, he goes, almost there, goodbye, crew world. And then he used to cut off into something else. But so, this is Superion, and in the cartoons, yeah, they mass shifted, I guess, really tall, but I like this. This is pretty cool. So we've got our Superion, we've got our best Superion, we've got our best Optimus Prime, and man, if I was a kid, I was 11 years old collecting in 1984. Never would I thought I'd have stuff like this. All right, so that is the Superion / Fireflight review. All right, so make sure you check out my videos. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to help the channel, buy me a coffee. There's a link in the description below, or hit that super thanks button. If you're new to my channel, then you know that, or you don't know, that it's going to be almost a year this Thursday that I had flooded during Hurricane Helene. I had 22 inches of water in my house, and I lost like a whole bunch of my empty boxes and stuff, and I had to throw all my Transformers in totes. And now that I'm back, I just moved back home last month, but I don't have any bookcases or anything yet, so everything is still in boxes. The remodel cost a little too much, or the repairs cost a little too much, so I didn't have money to buy any of the new bookcases, but I will. So all right, so oops. All right, so like I said, if you want to help the channel, be my guest. In real life, I've actually worked in CSI, and I've actually got a video of me testifying in a murder trial. So if you want to check that out, I don't get nothing for the channel, but if you want to check it out, feel free to check that out. It's in the link below. So not only do Transformers, but I do, oh God, I've done Marvel, I've done DC, I've done Funko Pops, Fortnite, new toy sightings. I mean, you just check out the channel. If you want to help me, you can help me just by watching my videos. All right. Rodimusbill saying Superion is done. Megatron's been battling us on the roads. We'll fight him in the sky. All right. Superion out.
Oh, one Autobot gave his life so that 6 could be born. He made a choice. The kind of choice I hope they'll be able to make when the time's right. Vector Sigma, give these machines personality worthy of him who created me. Let them think for themselves, to grow in knowledge and wisdom, and let them always value freedom and life wherever they find it. Welcome to the Autobot team. I am Optimus Prime, and we welcome you, Aerialbots.
What's happening, dudes?
Hi. I used to be a courier ship, but now I think I'm Silverbolt.
And I'm Air Raid.
Jeez, what is this place? Who are you guys?
Who are you?
Oh, right. I'm Fireflight.
I'm Skydive.
I'm Slingshot. Used to be a speed shuttle. Now I'm the fastest, smartest, hottest jet you ever saw.
Now let's get back to Earth.
Up.
Aerialbots, show them what you've got.
No! It can't be!
Surprise, Megatron! Meet Superion!